Oh. All right. I am a dumb person. I didn't go live. I sat there talking to myself for 10 minutes. I clicked start streaming, didn't say go live. I am a dummy. Big dumbass. Hello, everybody. I guess I have to do the whole thing all over again. I forgot what I was saying. What I said. But first of all, I was here on time, but talking to myself, which makes sense. You know, as when you make videos, you are talking to yourself, to an inanimate object. It's a camera, but I am talking to you guys. But I was ranting, trying to figure out this situation. And I was like, I'm trying to figure out the chat, and I did not realize that I was not live. So I was here the whole time. So yes, thank you to Critical Smoker for the for the stream. Subscribe to his channel. Hit him up with super chat. Give him a little tokens for coming out, hanging out in this crazy meeting. We'll see who's gonna be here. I already see dots over there. I don't see Keith Price. I see Robert Hunt. I don't know that guy all the way over there. Actually, let me bring myself down. Yeah, bring myself a little bit down there. Y'all didn't come here to see my face. You came here to see what's going on. So yeah, it's a little. I have them muted a little bit until the meeting starts, and then I'll shut up and I'll be in the chat as usual. But I hope you guys enjoyed your evening. Pretty nice weather the last couple of days here in New York City, hitting around the 70 area. So it's pretty nice. Enjoying that before it gets really, really cold. And we'll see what's going on. We'll see who's going to be the next trustee. I don't know if that's even going to be discussed in here. Let me figure out what. Trying to see what is going to be on the agenda. Let me look that up real quick before it starts. So approval for employee assistance program, approval of supervisors 100% tax refund for all homeowners of the Thorton Township. How that's gonna? You know what? I don't live there, so all right. I guess they'll have that conversation. People, those who are from the township in the chat, let me know what you guys think about this. I guess they're gonna be talking about that in the meeting. 100% tax refund for all homeowners. Then they have approval of business for all Thornton Township employees. Bonuses, approval for bonuses for all Thornton Township employees. I'm sure that's going to be an argument. Approval for a lawn maintenance purchase, aerator. I don't know what that is. Approval for the forensic audit proposal. What else? Then there's a closed session. So there's a few things here. Casey Cat says the trustees don't want to come upstairs to the small room filibuster. Oh, is this one of those double room things? Come on. I hope that's not one of those situations. Like where the meeting is somewhere else. I hope that's not happening, but yeah, I hope everything is working over there. How can you give everyone their property taxes back? I don't know. I have no idea. It is election season, and people do tend to say things to get elected. A lot of people say that about Kamala Harris, that she's promising things, tax incentives or money to start a business. It's like, how you do that? The money comes from somewhere. Okay, so I see Stephanie says, I think Critical Smoker should be in a bigger room. Oh, the double meeting thing going on again. All right, if I find someone else is in a different room, we'll throw on that section. But this is silly. Like, how often would just keep this up with this back and forth situation here? It was good. It was good. Good wise. Succeeding in two. What's going on? I think it's politics. It's election. Yeah. Well, let's see. I guess it's gonna be a long one, especially if it don't start because one section of the people are in a different room. So hopefully this nonsense. Hopefully they can get their stuff together. Still waiting for them to start that meeting. Her people, all of her people upstairs. Okay, so let me see if I can find a different streamer that may be upstairs. Let's see. Yeah, I'm currently looking to see if I see the clerk. Is the clerk in the same room with Critical Smoker? Let let me know. What's going on, Reloaded? Succeeding into the way Obama bailed out the banks and helped grow and help new homebuyers. This is a different situation. They are number 2, Illinois' highest taxes. The money is not infinite. Like, resources not infinite. Eventually, someone has to pay for it, right? Let's see. Wow, I did not know anything about that. I'm not even gonna read that one. It's not. It's not. Yeah, Marissa. I don't know. Listen. As long as you do your job, I don't care about all that extra stuff. I mean, that's some extra. I don't even know. I did not know about that. That's above. That's above my. That's above what I'm interested in. Then. Okay. So let me. All right. Let me get the pop out chat. Okay. Well, the clerk is there. This should be it. Am I right? That's what it should be. Whoops, sorry. Still trying to figure this out. Damn it. Sorry. All right, forget it. Forget it. Doing too many things at once. So I'm hearing that it looks like she is not coming down the steps. She's doing one of those things where she doesn't want to show up. Is that what's happening? I'm gonna turn off this. I'm gonna turn off the sound. See what's if anything's happening. All right. So I don't know where. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. No, this ain't that. It's this. Okay. Still waiting. Still waiting, and nothing's happening. So you guys may be right. It's probably some. She's just taking her time. Maybe another 8 minutes. She'll probably show up, do her usual thing where she comes on. Oh, wait. Price got a call. Maybe she's gonna come outside now. Doesn't make any sense. How is it more safer for? Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't. This is just. I think Critical Smoker said earlier that this is going to be a long meeting. It's like, how about we start on time? Like, this is ridiculous. People have things to do, right? I'm gonna be here all night. I guess we'll. I guess that's what we're gonna be. We're gonna be here all night. I'm looking at it. Hey, Cooker and Frank, what's going on, man? I see you. I see you here. Rick B, what's going on? Who was that? Was that the lawyer? No, I could have been just a random dude. I don't know. I just saw the back of him. I don't know if that was Max Solomon or something. This, Drea, Jay, where are the trustees? Good question. I have no idea. That's a really good question. Very good question. I have no clue. see. As we wait and wait and wait and wait. Do you think she appoints a new trustee? I do not know. That's a quite. I know there is a closed session. Wonder if that's what that is for. Hold on, let me look that up. Is that closed session? Yeah, they said the closed session will be related to employment and discipline of certain employees. Interesting. But I'm looking through the agenda. I don't see they will be picking another trustee. Like I don't see that there. Yeah, I'm looking at it. If anyone does know more information, let me know. But right now, everyone is super quiet. Like I got the volume up. No one's talking. Or if I guess it's not getting picked up on Critical Smoker's camera.
There's just nothing going on.
Oh, nothing's happening. All right, half an hour down. Well, 28 minutes. And it's pretty quiet. Nothing's happening. Hey, what's going on, Prince? Appreciate you coming in. We're all just waiting for the queen to show up. Waiting for the one running everything to finally show up and go through this rather long agenda. So we're just hanging out. Oh, that's funny. Frank, you think another serve is gonna come through? I mean, at this point, what can Casey Cat says closed session always happens at the end of the meeting, so it's not happening right now. Chris Gonzalez is downstairs talking. Found a live from downstairs. All right, let me see if I can find a live that's downstairs. Let's see. I can't find anything. I can't find nothing. Yeah, I can't see. I don't know where anything is. Yeah, I can't see nothing.
Well, Mama Hill is downstairs. She said that no one is down there either except for residents.
Okay. Thank you with the 999 Messy Michonne Live. Appreciate you enjoying a lot of your videos and your streams as of late. Very, very entertaining. Like perfect stream to listen to and while you doing work and cleaning and stuff like that. So appreciate you. Are you live too, right? I think you're live too, actually. I know it's kind of, we're just all waiting right now, right? We're all waiting for this damn thing to start. Like, yeah, Frank, I agree. The meeting starts when she gets there. Kevin with the $2 super chat. KP is on the phone talking to Uber Eats. You know, I thought he was talking to Hanier. Like, okay, maybe he, you know, if he's talking, he's on the phone with her. Maybe something's gonna happen, but he's definitely not. Whatever it is not about her coming in to do anything. Cause we all just sitting here waiting. I'm trying to get my chat to work so I can. Yeah, it says it's not. It's going. Okay, let me try this one more time. Okay, activate. Activate, damn it. Okay. All right, finally. That took forever to figure out, even though that's not really what I like, but. Oh, the colors are all over the place. Let's see. So at least someone's going from downstairs. So so what's going on? Why is this so confusing? Is the meeting coming or is it not? Like I'm all confused. Now I gotta look and figure out what's going on. So all in the queue has someone downstairs. Okay. So let me see this. A second. So what is this? Is this the same view? Is this the same view? I'm confused. Let me know in the chat. Is this the same view? Because I don't know what am I looking at. Like, no clue. No clue what's going on here. Oh, she said this one out. Yeah. So I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, I mean, Gonzalez in the basement. Okay. But I still don't understand what's going on. Hold on a second. Featured. We're gonna go with. That's not it. It's this one. Nope, that's not it. All right. Yeah, it's all over the place. I don't know. When this thing's gonna start? That's really. She just entered upstairs. Let's see. Let's go back to critical smoker here, because I am all over the place. Okay. All right. I think it's gonna start. Make sure I turn off all the other sites so we won't get like a double sound all messed up.
Thank you guys for coming out this evening. We are waiting to see if we have a quorum as what the lineup is.
Kind of low.
We will start our meeting. If we do not, of course, we will not have a meeting. So to thank you guys for we waited in the back. We was on time, but we just waited to see if anyone else is going to show up. So just so you understand how it works and what will happen, if anything. But if there's not 3 of us here present as it relates to board members, we cannot hold a actual physical meeting. So, the clerk is checking now. So if someone else shows up, we will have our regular schedule. So stay tuned. Thanks.
Up there. I can get my mic all the way up there.
Yeah, it's super low. She didn't use the mic, so she just talked, but she didn't have the mic to, so we can't. I couldn't hear anything she said either. I turned up the volume.
What up, Rico? I unplugged the external mic, see if that sounds better.
Okay, guys, we do not have a quorum, so we will not be having a board meeting this evening. As you can see, it's 2 board members here. And thank you for coming out. Sorry that you didn't show up, but I just hope the news get it right. As you can see, we are all here present and willingly to have a scheduled board meeting. It saddens my heart that every time it's time to do the business and the will of the people, it gets blocked because people don't come and take their job serious. We basically have 2 scheduled meetings every single month, and our job is to come, pay the bills, pass ordinances if need be, and make sure you understand what it is that we have been doing for an entire month as relates to paying board members. So I just want to point that out so you understand what's going on. And as relates to safety, we have put so many steps and things in place to make sure we assure everyone's safety here in Thorton Township. As you can see to my right and to my left, we have 2 exit doors, so if any board member feel like they're not safe for any reason, they can exit out of this building. If it was downstairs, of course, you guys know we are against the wall, so there's no exit strategy. So I just want to point that out because I know a lot of times y'all report things as untrue. So I want to make sure you understand what's going on and you got the facts versus fiction. I know that Keith Price spoke to this at the last meeting where, again, people didn't show up and we had to cancel that meeting. So eventually we would end up in court because this cannot and will not go on. We have to continue progress here in Thornton Township, which has a surplus, by the way, over $9 million. So I am so grateful to myself and to the board members that help make that possible, because you need a team to make sure things move smooth. So again, thank you for coming out this evening. I am here for any questions afterwards, and that concludes this scheduled board meeting. Thank you.
Sorry, y'all. Nothing's ever gonna get done here.
I need to talk to you.
I think Critical was correct. Nothing. I mean, and they got the right dude as a security officer, because that one, when it was crazy, that guy wasn't there when they all went to hell. So I'm wondering what is. Obviously, everything is a strategy. Exactly what is happening, what they, what the other trustees are looking to do. The fact that Chris, you guys were saying that Chris was in the room, but he's not at the. I mean, I don't know if Critical could turn the camera over. So Chris wasn't there, and Carlisle wasn't there. So I don't know what is going on. And it's funny when Hanier was talking about, we have 2 meetings a month. In the township, I mean, in the village of Dalton, they're supposed to have 2 meetings. So what are you talking about? As far as I've been checking out this situation, there's never been a meeting, 2 meetings in a month. But then she kind of turned that around and said that. So Gonzalez was in the basement. So I don't understand. So, Tiffany shows up 20 minutes late. Thank you, Sherry. There is no quorum. She knew there would be no meeting. Gonzalez was the only trustee there. So this was just more of a for show. I'm wondering what is the next move. And I guess, there go Michael, there go Dots guy. He's gonna say something. Let me see. You gonna speak? Oh, he's not gonna speak. Oh, I thought he was gonna speak. I'll turn up the volume. So I just don't know what the strategy is. I would like to know, but I don't know. Carmen did not feel safe. I don't blame her. Tiffany allowed the red-haired lady to be aggressive, and that is true. I did see when Carmen was talking, and the lady was heckling her. I guess that's the word, right? Heckling, and she was telling her, like, are you going to tell her to stop? Because when someone heckles Haynard, you're out of order, stop all the nonsense. But she did not allow her because obviously they're friends or whatever. Gonzalez was in the basement with resident. He addressed them. So maybe we could find some footage of that. I know someone... maybe we'll look. I mean, we'll hang it out for a little bit since there's no meeting. Eventually, they're gonna have to have a meeting. Like something has to go on. So I'm wondering what Chris Gonzalez had to say. So I'm looking around to see if I could find something. That was anticlimactic. Everyone else went downstairs. Like, how is this? This is not a functional environment. It didn't make any sense. Yeah, she definitely, she was laughing and kind of made it seem like, well, that's your battle. You're on your own. So, yeah, she's yelling at you, but whatever. A really terrible way of running anything. Oh, yeah, definitely that. Let me see. I'm trying to see if there's any other footage that we can look at. So it looked like she was forcing residents into the overflow area. But this is more of the same old stuff here. Let's see. Is anything else that we can look at? If I can find something, I'll let you know. Let's see. Damn it. All right, let me try to figure something out. Let me try to find another spot. I think there's. Let me see if there's anyone else. I would like to see what Christopher Gonzalez was saying. Is it still a safety issue? I know Succeeding in 2 was talking about that. Like, there's still an issue. There's probably some threats. There's things happening. Oh, and this one, I think people are just leaving in this one as well. Yeah, what a nothing. Our days are numbered. That's what's going on. People stay. Yeah. I mean, you didn't really miss anything. There's still this back and forth, and the situation's happening with Dalton trying to have control on who runs the meeting, where it should be done, all this. So it looks like there will be no meetings in the month of October for the township. And looking at the agenda, there's a lot of stuff for them to go over. It's all over. It's all over, and I'm trying to see if there's anything else that that we can dive into to see exactly what happened. Let me see. Problem, this is live, so I can't. Unfortunately, I cannot. So.
People take time out their day to come to these meetings, and this is what they got to deal with. You got to go home with nothing accomplished, waste of time. You only did it once, so we spend our hard-earned time come to meetings, no results. You know what I'm saying? Nothing gets accomplished. So it's like what are we waiting for? April 1st to go? You know what I'm saying?
So you're all about transparency.
Absolutely. And accountability. And respect for every organization.
So you could have looked, how are you going to turn around all of that is done?
Well, first story has to call out. Like, sit down, you know what I'm saying? Let everything phase out. We're going to take Tiffany's name off everything. Everything she did, we're going to have to retract and see how we So one of my ideas is trying to reach out to our
But right now, just at the meeting
I think we should focus on our young entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? Give them a blueprint on how to build their own businesses and then help them build revenue on their own so that they can fill these vacant business lots on their own and then start to generate income. That way they can eat up at the homeowners' taxes so the homeowners don't take too much of a burden.
So would you give tax breaks to new business owners so that that tax base can start paying and building wealth in Thornton Township?
I'd be interested in that, but I have to see what the trustees have to say and then what the residents think. So I wouldn't make that decision fully on me.
I got you. Thanks. Nate Fields. If you're around, vote for him.
Yes. Yes, it is. How you doing?
Oh, he's okay. Now I kind of remember. Okay, I think he's trying to. He's running to be supervisor. Yeah.
Questions for Nate Fields.
But yeah, but good job with Critical Smoker. Yeah. I just got hit. What? Nothing. There was no meeting. There's some back and forth on the location. It just seems like it's more of trickery and the politics, all that type of thing. Hannibal, they said you're scared to come to Dalton. Who's they? Who are these people? Nate is the one who was assaulted by Fat Boy Prince. Interesting. I thought it was Kamal. It was Kamal, or was I didn't really say. That is true. Kamal, Trustee Carlisle does have a restraining order on Keith Price. Then I'm assuming that what is the strategy where one of the trustees have a restraining order on one of the employees of the township, one of the supervisor most trusted ally? How does that work? So I'm a little confused.
We got 500 people watching.
Hey, you wonderful people. Mama Hill with this brother here I love and I adore. And yeah, I'm trying to upset the apple cart, but y'all know I ain't gonna put no sour apples in the cart, right? Just gonna make it a little bit more check and balances, because I came tonight to deliver a love letter. But before I share it with y'all right now, how about I get it properly documented? To y'all nominees out there, y'all know where I am. Y'all call me if y'all having any problem putting y'all paperwork in and getting y'all receipts for it, because y'all know y'all supposed to get a receipt and a copy. You do not have to FOIA your submission once you turn it in. Y'all know where I am all day.
Everybody saying hello, Mama Hill.
That's right. I love y'all and thank y'all for putting all this love around here. We need it.
Hey, Chris.
All right, baby, we hear from you.
So what's going on with the security issue?
Well, we just feel that it's not there's not a true procedure. Is what a lot of what it really comes down to. Upstairs just isn't the safest place to have the meeting. There's not enough seats. There's not enough room. There's only one true exit. Those two back doors go into a back area. They don't go to the outside. If something, God forbid, was to happen up there, it's going to be a disaster.
So what would be your solution to make it safer?
Although it's not perfect, we would obviously, the first step is to have the meeting downstairs, where you have 3 exits, you have a larger room. That would be the first step. Still not perfect, but it's going in the right direction. We have reached out to try to get some law enforcement presence here. We're trying to hear back. We're waiting to hear back from that, because that becomes where a lawyer has to talk to another lawyer and hash things out. So those are kind of some of the steps to us that are initial, that are crucial though. That what we're looking at, but it really everything kind of comes down to the safety right now. You have people who don't feel safe coming to the meeting, and that's not right. We have some of the officials who don't feel safe coming to the meeting, and that's obviously not right either. So You know, I came tonight. I want the meeting, I feel, should be downstairs. We've gotten correspondence from, you know, the state saying you have to accommodate everybody. As you can see, there were people downstairs who weren't being accommodated. Now, if we would have had a meeting downstairs, everybody would have been able to be
Is there
accommodated.
another venue that they can move it to that would be?
You know, it's come up. I mean, like I said, we could do it here. We just have to, like I said, take some more steps, though. You know, like I said, having some more security, law enforcement presence. And like I said, just bottom line is having a meeting downstairs where it really should be. You know, where we could accommodate everybody. Like I said, there's at least more exits. Things like that. So, I mean, different venue. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily something we're looking at, although, I mean, we wouldn't rule it out. But, like I said, just kind of common sense things that make, you know, initially, like I said, you know, we could have it downstairs. We could have, you know, some more law enforcement presence and where people are going to feel safe. You know, fortunately, we have people who just call me and say, hey, I would come, I want to come, but I just don't feel it's safe. So, you know, and then, like I said, that and other officials as well saying, you know, we had a supervisor, when 2 weeks ago there was at the meeting, obviously, as well. And there's a lot of the same concerns, they weren't addressed. But if I remember correctly on the video, you know, it was said that, you know, I feel safer. Well, that's all fine, but if the people don't, you know, we have to serve everybody. It's not about one person, it's about everybody. So that's really where we're at with that.
Also, on the agenda, people were asking about the rebate for homeowners.
Mm-hmm.
They want to know exactly what does that mean.
Yes, well, I know I'll speak for myself right now. I'm kind of asking the same questions as well. We haven't been given any information on it. It says 100% rebate, 100% of what? 100% to who? You know, is it geared toward every homeowner in the township? Is it only geared, say, towards seniors, maybe veterans, disabled? We haven't been given any dollar amounts or any criteria for it yet. So we're being asked to vote for something that we really don't. How much?
Because what I heard it was $2 million.
Okay.
So if you divided $2 million by all the homeowners in Thornton Township, that only equals to $22.
It'd probably be somewhere in that range. You know, that's why I said, but not seeing the numbers exactly. I mean, I don't know exactly what that would be, but I mean, in the past, it has been around there. We've done it before, and as I've told people, I actually ran that program at least one time when it was done. So it's a big undertaking. It's not something you just throw out there and say, hey, let's do this. It takes a lot of planning. You know, generally something. It's over the course of a year from maybe say planning to when you implement it. It's not just something you throw out there because it sounds good. It's a lot of work, and we've done it before, so I know we could do it. But once again, let's go back and what are the numbers? Like I said, maybe we could do better. You know, give people back a little bit more or something like that. But unless we see the numbers, we don't know. And you know, so to ask us to vote for something like that when, I mean, there's literally not one number put out there. You know, it says 100%, but once again, like 100% what? 100% to who? You know, so yeah, so not something I'm against. However, we need to do it properly. I mean, that's what most of the things come down to. Unfortunately, you got stuff that's just constantly just thrown out there. And it's, you know, so you ask, okay, well, what are the numbers? Or, you know, what are we looking at? Who are we helping? You know, and I never get those answers. So that's why, you know, and then the narrative becomes, oh, you know, the usual stuff. You're against seniors. You don't want to feed the kids. And no, that's not the case. Let's do it properly, though. You know, give us some information that we could go on, and then, you know, we could make a proper decision.
Exactly.
Or maybe we might have some ideas, like I said, to make it better. Or we may realistically say, hey, you know, we don't have that exact dollar amount, but guess what? We can maybe work with a little bit less, but let's do it, you know. But it never comes down to that. It's just something that's thrown out there, and then, you know, we might vote no just because of that reason, because we don't have the proper information, and then it, you know, like then it becomes, well, you don't want to help the people or whatever it may be. So it's you know, so yeah. But going back to the stuff, yeah, I was here, and they knew I was here. I notified the clerk that I was here, so they knew I was here, and they knew where I was as far as my main thing was safety of the people. So it was known. So it's not that it was like, you know, where is he? I was here. And they knew where I was and why I was downstairs.
So since this meeting is canceled, when would be the next scheduled meeting?
Well, so the next scheduled meeting would 2 weeks from now. But we do have business that has to be taken care of, so we may have to do a special meeting coming up. That's a realistic possibility. I mean, obviously, without talking to anyone else as of yet, I don't know when that would be. But I mean, we do have the bills that we need to pay. We have to pay them. There was some other business on there that we should address. So yeah, so I mean, it's possible that we'll have a special meeting coming up, but other than that, but the next scheduled meeting is 2 weeks from now.
Okay, so if there's a special meeting, it'll be posted for citizens to.
Oh yeah, yep, it'll be posted. It has to be 48 hours in advance. So I would assume it's not going to be this week because it'd be a really quick turnaround. Once again, to try to do it properly. So even if we did something tomorrow, then you'd be talking Friday. That's usually not a good day to have people come out. So I mean, if we did, I would assume if we try to do something, it possibly would maybe be early next week. I don't kind of like a normal day, a Monday evening,
I
or
got
Tuesday.
you.
But like I said, I haven't talked to really anybody specifically about it yet. But we do. There's business that we should try to take care of probably before the end of the month. Just as.
Are there term limits for trustees here in
No,
Thorton
there is not.
Township?
No, there is not.
How many terms have you had?
This is just my first term.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just my first one. So I was the assessor going back about maybe 10, 12 years. But as far as being a trustee, this is my first term as trustee. So
Okay.
I would be completing that, like say May of 2025 is when the first term would be completed. So yeah.
So do you feel different now, nominating Tiffany for for supervisor?
Definitely, yes. Yeah. And I mean, you can look at it so many different ways. I mean, just there was a lot of potential. I mean, I kind of leave it at that. And unfortunately, I think that's kind of the saddest part, that hasn't been realized or looked at seriously as, there was a lot of potential here. And it's just, kind of sad where it's come. I mean, nobody, wanted to be where we're at right now. I mean, but people make their own decisions, meaning, it's like say the supervisor makes the decisions. I mean, after, and then you just got to kind of stand by that. I mean, we don't control, after the fact. I mean, we don't control what somebody's going to do. I mean, like I said, there was just so much opportunity, and there was a chance to do a lot of good, and it just really wasn't.
She didn't show that type of behavior before she was put into that position.
I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, there might have been, there was. It looks like there was some indications, but it's yeah. I mean, but even like I said, once you get beyond that, it's just kind of sad to me that at any point in time somebody could say, hey, maybe we're not going in the right direction. I want let's turn it around. I want people's help. Let's all come to the table. It was never anything like that. So yeah, it's just like you said, kind of unfortunate.
And then my last question, and I'll let you go. How do you feel about all the worldwide attention that's being focused on Thornton Township?
Yeah, well, like I said, it really goes back. I mean, I don't think, I'll speak for myself. I mean, obviously not where we wanted to be. I mean, obviously, it's just, Township used to get attention before, but it was always for positive stuff. All the negative, most of the attention right now is all because of negative stuff. And like I said, that's just, obviously not a good thing. You want to be known for, helping people. I mean, that's kind of what we're here for. And it's just, there's so much other stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's like I said, once again, it's sad when it really comes down to it. It's not where we wanted to be.
Because when Frank was supervisor, my father had got out of prison after being in for like 21 years. He had me to bring him here. Frank gave him a place to stay. He helped him get a job at the car dealership down there on Sibley. I don't think it's there anymore.
Yeah, no, I got you.
He helped him out a lot.
Yep.
And I thought that was amazing because I had never seen that before, where somebody would help somebody who's coming out of prison after all of those years to get in position.
More than just talk. Oh yeah, definitely. Obviously I was pretty close to Frank, and I knew a lot of the good he did. But it was really actually not till after he passed when it was like I heard so many stories about stuff that he did that he didn't even really tell anybody. People just people just kind of maybe knew it just because they were with him or something. But it was just not stuff that not that he didn't want it out there, but it's not why he did it. He wasn't doing it for the attention, or he wasn't doing it, But yeah, so many stories of how he helped so many people. And, I always tell people, even when I've worked, out in the streets, doing things for him, you say even on election time, I mean, you know, you'd have senior citizens where, you know, they were determined to come out and vote for Frank because they knew that, you know, that he was a good person. And they all, like you said, a lot of them knew somebody that he had helped. And it was just total different environment, obviously, you know. And, you know, people always try to say, oh, well, Frank had a rubber stamp and this and that. Well, he used to communicate, though. You know, so, you know, he would talk to people and say, listen, this is what I'm doing, this is why, things like that. And at the end, you might still not agree with him, but you knew where he was at. You knew why he was doing what he was doing, and that would go a long way. Then it was kind of your decision to, you know, to whether it was a vote or just, you know, have an opinion on something. But it was communication, and you know, whether it was good or bad. Like I said, there was a back and forth. You know, like I said, if there were, like, say, you know, people keep talking about the tax refund project that's on the agenda, everything would be spelled out. Dollar amounts, who's we're helping. This is what we asked, you know, so you would know. You might have somebody who'll say, oh, I don't know if I agree with it, but they know all the information. And that's the key. And right now, we don't know we're not given any information. So, just total different environment, unfortunately. But yeah, Frank helped a lot of people. And like I said, he wasn't doing it for any kind of notoriety. You know, I think he actually preferred there not be cameras and, you know, he just did it because he wanted to.
When you do something out of kindness for somebody, it's not something that you brag about.
No, exactly. No, definitely. And he definitely did it. Or, you know, like I said, no, you don't. No, exactly.
I've helped people recently. You know, I've been blessed with this YouTube channel, and I've been blessed monetarily, and I've been using the money to help other people.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, yeah. You know, as they say, you know, you pay it forward, you know, yeah. And it always comes back to you.
Because I'm humble. I appreciate every opportunity that I get.
No, definitely, yeah.
Otherwise, I won't even be here.
Exactly, yeah. You know, and I appreciate you guys, too. Trust me, I don't want to be on YouTube per se. That's not my personality, you know, to be out there. But it's necessary. You know, there's got to be a way to get the word out, and that's why I said I appreciate you guys. But was this something I was looking for? Absolutely not. You know, I don't want to be on TV or nothing like that. You know, not what I was looking for. But at the same time, you have to get the word out, and you have to, you know, let people kind of know what's going on.
Well, us citizen media. It's like I was telling them yesterday, we're like sunlight, vampires and corruption.
Yes.
They don't like sunlight.
Exactly, yes.
So we shine that sun to try to bring the corruption out.
Exactly, yeah.
But I see it's happening in a lot of municipalities here in the Southland.
Yeah.
So
like I said, so hopefully pretty soon, you know, we'll start seeing some changes, but that's just like with anyone else, it's not going to be overnight. So, you know,
exactly.
I won't stop fighting, that's for sure.
But I appreciate your time, bro.
Thank you, no problem, man.
And we still got almost 500 people watching, listening to you.
All right, sounds good. All right. Well, thank you, I appreciate you. All right, have a good one, sir.
Alrighty, y'all. That was my my little interview with Chris Gonzalez.
Look at Critical, man. That's some real reporting, man. That was worth us hanging out a little longer. Instead of shutting the stream down, realized the meeting was on. That was a lot of information that was packed in that interview. A lot of information. So let's go from, let's kind of recap everything as much as we can right now. So the trustees are putting their foot down. They're saying, hey, listen, this meeting, the way this is going, needs to be in the bigger room with multiple exits and entrances, right? Multiple ways to get out, right? The problem is, and this is the issue is that Hayward crew are people, and I think every single one is people who have criminal histories, right? They have issues with criminal, like they're criminals basically, or they've had that issue. And the problem is that one of the trustees has a restraining order on one of Hayward's most trusted people, Keith Price. Keith Price has long history of being aggressive, rude, violent, and I think a lot of people just are done with it. The trustees are done with it. They want this meeting to be in a different area. And Hayward is extremely stubborn, and she's going to do what she does to drag this on. and drag this on and drag this on. Is it going to be another series of court issues to designate where the meeting should start and where to, like, that's what's probably going to happen. I mean, what else is there? What else is really going to be the solution to this? Because right now it's been a full month. They can't do any business, right? There's things that need to be paid. I mean, that agenda was pretty long. It's kind of breaking down a little bit of everything they need to do. They got to approve some employee assistance program. Supervisor has to explain how she's going to give 100% tax refund to all the homeowners in the township. She wants approval, I'm assuming her, because it's on the agenda, approval of bonuses for all the township employees, approval of the forensic audit proposal. So there's some issues, there's a lot of stuff happening, right? And the fact that she can't compromise not one little bit is the reason why this is not, the business is not going to be handled. And it looks like Trustee Carlisle, at least with her, she does not feel safe. But she's a trustee. She was voted by the people. They're going to have to figure out a way to get this to work out somehow. And for Hania to do the back and forth and stuff and not truly demonstrate. So, because this is the thing here. I talked about this in a video a couple of videos ago. The person handling the security, or the one that commented on the security when they had the fake, not the real meeting, right? It's her just talking. The man that's handling the security is the man that Trustee Carlisle has a restraining order against. So how does that make any sense? It doesn't. Why would she feel safe if he's the one that's running security? Sorry, not running at all. But you get the point. I wouldn't feel safe if the person that I have such an issue with, I had to file a restraining order. And then to go back to that place to work, to do the work for the people, the person running the security, who's even commenting about the security, is the person that I have a restraining order against. Why would I think that's a safe environment? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So I give it to them. I mean, they're going to fight, and they're going to continue to. I mean, let's show Keith Price hanging out in this meeting. This guy right here, always front and center. This guy is always here, front and center. I can't find this clip. If you guys can help me find it, there was a meeting where Keith Price was just screaming at Gonzalez, cursing at him, saying you full of shit, something along those lines. If you guys remember what meeting that was, let me know. But that has happened where he's aggressively yelling, cursing, or whatever. And when he's hanging out in the township, in the village, he is in employee access areas, even though he's not an employee of the village. So a lot of this, there is some element of intimidation. You see the dude right here, the guy with the dreads. He has some issues here. He's the one. He was coming up to, I think, the Roberts. I think both of them in their face again, trying to be aggressive. I think one of them had a case against him. If you guys let me know about that case. So that there's. Yeah, it is based on these people that she has that put anyone, especially if you are going back and forth with her, you won't feel safe. So they gotta figure something out. I'm assuming more court cases. I don't know really what else. Right? They're gonna have to take this back to court and have a judge make a ruling on this. She is. I would say Hania is one of the most stubborn people that I've ever covered, or I don't know I don't know her, but the stubbornness is outrageous. And if she doesn't like you, she is not going to give you an inch. So in her view, the narrative is, well, I'm here, they're not here. Even though she knew that at least Gonzalez was here, right? Like he notified the clerk that he was here. So I found that interesting. But I think, the really the moment where the most information was gathered was obviously with the critical smoker. So shout out to him. I super chatted him. I told him, man, you need to clip that, put that up, because that was a lot there. And it was interesting, that question, do you regret it? And he obviously, he did, but he said there was potential there, right? He said there's potential. And then Critical Smoker said, well, was there any signs that she could do what she's doing? And then he's kind of admitted that it was. So I'm interested to understand that. I mean, everything now is obviously it's already happened, but it's interesting the way he said that. Like, so he knew there were signs, but then there's potential. I mean, I don't know. If I was him, I'm like, yo, I've made a massive mistake. I am an idiot. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. I brought in a storm that is messing everything up. Multiple lawsuits against the township. I've really messed it. I mean, that's me, but I'm not a politician, so but I'm interested. It was interesting the way he was explaining why he decided to nominate Hainiard. And there were issues, but he did it anyway. So I don't know. Hopefully Critical Smoker will clip that interview. I think there's a lot of information in there. And he kind of said it. People don't feel safe. And Hainiard's going to have to do more to make people feel safe. And having the guy that has lawsuits against him while he's working in the township, also there's a restraining order from one of the trustees. He can't be the guy running security, or he shouldn't be. Does he need to be there? I understand it's a public meeting, but does he need to be there? That's where this level of intimidation is happening. And I think that's where it is. And just like it was happening in the village, where they went back and forth on, well, should the meeting happen here? Should the meeting happen at the village? Should it happen at the park district? Obviously, the park district is bigger, can get more people. Hainiard don't want to give an inch. She does not like these people, so she will never work with these people. I see a comment here from wait a minute. Oh, there you go. Chris made a huge mistake by nominating her. He let her slip in the last minute and he regret. Yeah, I mean, I hope he has a strong regret. And, we all have made some mistakes, but that was right. I mean, you look at it like, damn, I really kind of messed that one up. She keeps lying about the surplus is ridiculous at this point, which is at 9 or 4. The last time she said was 4. I don't know either. I don't know. Does she understand? I don't know. I have no idea. We were waiting for some information on that. She's really proud about it. So someone has told her these numbers. I remember with Robert Hunt, he didn't know the exact figures, which I found was weird because that's the one thing your boss keeps talking about. So if I know my boss is really proud about this one stat or whatever, and I'm the one running the numbers, I will remember the number that my boss likes to brag about, because obviously she's trying to be elected again, right? She wasn't elected. Sorry. She wants to run and win for supervisor. She's going to talk about this surplus. We need to know how much it is and exactly how much it is. And apparently he didn't know. So I found that really weird. But yeah, exactly. And I forgot succeeding. So yeah, you have multiple people. You see, you have the Dots guy, Michael Smith. You have Keith Price. You have I don't remember. I think his last name is Krigley, the dude with the dreads. So you have some of these people, and maybe people that you don't even know, there to make things very uncomfortable, right? Oh yeah, and her boo, Kamal Woods. So when people are at the podium and they're saying things that is against or, critical of the mayor, they're giving them the stare downs, it's the aggressive stares, it's, some of this probably comments. That's the level of the environment that Henry wants to bring in to maximize control. So trustees are finally, they put their foot down. They don't care about that anymore. They're like, hey, listen, well, if this doesn't fix this situation, then we're not, they're not going to show up. So I understand that. I feel it. Makes sense. I can't really complain too much. Sherry says Chris started questioning her 2 months after she took the seat. He nominated her, but the board voted her in. Yeah. DeMarcus. That's the deal with the dreads, right? DeMarcus Curley. Okay. So the next meeting, he said it may be a special meeting. But it may be because again, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that needs to be taken care of. And Dalton, their meeting is where's that at? What date the meeting is in here? Hold on a second. So, damn, it's already almost done with November. So the first, so is the 4th? Let me know if the 4th is the next one. Keeping it real with Nam. Who are you referring to? I thought Roly Poly was fired. Who was fired? You mean Keith Price was fired? I'm not sure. I don't remember. Yeah, give me a name. There's a few Roly. I mean, it may be Keith Price you're talking about, but no, I don't see. She got more plants and women in there too, arguing with citizens. It could be plants. It could be people who just agree with her. People who gain paid. I don't know. But I think the breaking point was when Trustee Carlisle was speaking, and the woman kept yelling. And it's not the fact that she was yelling, because that's town halls. People get a little dramatic and a lot of emotion. I was talking about what happened in Flint the other day. People gonna scream, whatever. But if it looks like the person that's running it, the one who's in charge, the leader, is laughing and kind of saying, well, that's your problem. And Trustee Carla says, so that's your friend, so you're not going to tell her to stop. And Hania does nothing. Why would you feel safe in that situation? Where you're talking about a lot of very important topics that you either may agree or disagree with. There is this small room where they're saying that there's now a lot of ways to leave, and your boss, the ones running things, laughing. You wouldn't feel safe either. I still find it funny when Hania was talking about there's 2 meetings a month, when I don't remember last time Hania had 2 meetings in Dalton. When the last time she had 2 meetings in Dalton? Did she talk about that? That's hilarious. Yeah, thank you, Prince. When did she ever do that third Monday? When did she ever get that third Monday in? For Dalton? I haven't seen it. It was yesterday. Actually, technically, yeah, 21st. Was that a meeting? I don't think it was a meeting. No, I don't know. Randy Hunter says, bro, why no one's talking about how she paid Chris to paint Dalton City Hall $50,000? That's why he voted. I heard something about that. I didn't have all the information. I've heard, that there's politics, people doing things for each other to get what they want. I mean, right? I mean, it's not really much of a surprise there. Right? If you want something, you gotta get. I mean, that's why I'm not interested in ever running for anything. You have to compromise too much, I think. But that's the nature of politics. It's all about compromise. You just hope that what you're doing at all times is for the betterment of the people who voted for you. But then I think in many situations, many of these people who are type A, ambitious, want to be out there, want to claim everything. It takes a different type of person to want to be in politics and kind of get to the highest levels. I think a lot of them tend to forget why they're doing it. And then it becomes, well, how can I preserve my legacy? How can I get as much money or much resources or accolades I can get out of this? It becomes like a different thing altogether. I see another one here. Gonzalez was promised a contract with something. That's why he voted for her. But Tiffany reneged on him. Interesting. if you guys are interested, I probably could look into it. I'm not exactly sure, but I have heard those arguments about, or at least the situation of why Chris decided to do that. It's interesting because Critical could have asked that question. I don't know if he would answer that one though, but it's interesting. Christopher Aller, yeah. Tiffany was told by the judge to go to the Park District, so she could not use the. Okay, actually, it's a little clip, right? I think we look at this real quick. I think before we head out, because I didn't know it was going to be a short hangout, but it's always good to, because this came out yesterday. I missed it actually, but it's always good. And I would like to see some of the documents about that. Exactly. See. Wait. You're not going to be able to hear that because it's too low.
Ruling on how Dalton's monthly meetings should be run from here on out. Mayor Tiffany Henyard sued village trustees earlier this month, accusing them of illegally holding a meeting at the Park District building on October 7th. That night, Henyard had her own meeting at Village Hall, despite a notice from the Illinois Attorney General that the venue was too small to fit the crowd showing up to the meetings. Well, today a judge ruled while meetings can be held at the Park District, Henyard must preside over them. The judge specifically saying trustee Jason House overstepped his powers, presiding over that October 7th meeting, adding he should have given Henyard more time to arrive. House says tonight he will honor the ruling, adding, quote, "This is a victory not just for us, but for the entire community, as it upholds the principles of fairness and transparency."
All right. So will this issue just happen on the township side if they can't agree on where the meeting should start? Should it be upstairs, downstairs? I wonder if is that going to be the same pattern where Henry doesn't give an inch, and I'm guessing that's probably what it's going to be. I'm sorry, Debbie, about that. The ABC part is not. Which one is? Let me know. Oh, he did not say she had to. Okay, so I'm gonna go check out the paperwork, and maybe make a video about that. Is it clickbait? See, that's a problem with Henry likes to use that word clickbait. So I'll probably check out the legal documents. Maybe make a video about it. The township has enough space. Okay. So it's more about not necessarily the space issue. So thank you. It's not about the space issue. It's the security issue. So they got to figure that out. Or Hainier has to do more. I think that's right. Yeah, so problem is, look at all that legal paperwork. It takes forever to read all that stuff. So I'm going to look into exactly what that ruling is and maybe make a video about that tomorrow. But yeah, just I guess to kind of finish this up, and hey, at least you're able to, we're not here to 10 o'clock all into the night here. I think the trustees are done. They're tired of the nonsense and they want real security to be here on a set of these meetings. The trustees have been yelled at, have been threatened to a point where one is having a restraining order on one of the employees of the township, the same employee that has a lawsuit against him for threatening, making a toxic work environment. Then you have a leader who seems to enjoy these toxic work environments because she's not doing anything to change it, because these are the people who will agree with her and ride with her. And I think at this point they put their foot down. Hainer is just again trying to change the narrative, make it seem like she's there to do the work and it is safe. Well, clearly there's more people, since Jerry Jones is gone. You can't get the quorum unless you supply the kind of security that's necessary for this to run well, right? You can't have people at the podium talking, and because you don't like, or people your crew don't like what they're saying, to get up and crowd him and try to intimidate him. So all these issues that's been happening, security needs to be a priority, because you don't want what's happening in Flint with people pulling out, I don't know what that was, little 22. I don't know what that little handgun was, but pulling out weapons because it's getting out of control. So I think for her and her people, they just need to, chill out. But so far, it seems like that never seems to happen. You're right. Quick plans for life. Quick blaming Chris definitely is all on her. Well, yeah, obviously. But when you want to, sometimes you realize your part in something that went wrong. As long as you take acknowledgement of it. I mean, just because he nominated doesn't mean he nominated and told her to do all these things. But you just take your part in your decision, and then you learn from it. You become a better person for it. But everyone is in charge of their own sense of agency, like your brain, what decisions you make. Not every decision that she made is necessarily, I guess, goes on what Chris did or didn't do. Yeah, I don't know if it was a 22, but it's my latest video. It was all over YouTube. What happened in the last Flint meeting, where they were supposed to be replacing someone that passed away. The person that passed away, their family members started showing up and then started to basically be disruptive and be very aggressive. They were upset about something. They didn't really explain it. I mean, the meeting ended in like 10 minutes before it started. So I don't know exactly why they were there. They were mad about something. I don't know. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and check out some of the documents from the ruling that happened, I guess, yesterday. You see exactly what is going on, so I'll make a video about that. At the same time, we'll be here for the next meeting, whenever that is, and hopefully some work can get done here. Right now, it's for many of the residents and even some of the trustees, it's not a safe environment, and Haney needs to do something about that. Or before she has to. Or just, again, some higher authority will make a decision on it. So on that note, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. I got some work to do. I'm going to look into some things, but I appreciate it. All information that you think is important, relevant, please email me, h@hannibalishungry.com. If you have the Instagram, it's Hannibal's Hungry. Check that out. I know I have a Discord. So if you have information that you think is important that I need to know about, let me know. But I'm going to go into some of the stuff here and make some videos. So thank you for hanging out with me. And I guess we'll see each other. If nothing's happened, like there's no meeting or anything next week, maybe we'll just do a live where we kind of just rehash and kind of, see what's going on. If there's a little bit of a break in between, maybe we'll have another live next week. So on that note, guys, appreciate it. Thank you for all of your support, and shout out to Critical Smoker. Again, that was some great work. Fantastic work talking to, the one trustee that was at this point we're talking to, because, you're not going to be able to talk to Haney about anything with a clerk, and kind of getting some insight on exactly why there wasn't a meeting. So major props to him. He is legit. Subscribe to him. Okay. He's actually doing some real work, not just talking on the computer to the camera like me. But I appreciate that. Thank you. And I'll see you guys later.